So in part one, I was telling y'all how my sit down air was stinking real bad. And it got to the point to where I had to carry around a bottle of air freshener or a bottle of perfume because when I would use public restrooms, it would stink so bad and the smell would linger. It was like an embarrassment. I didn't want to come out the bathroom with it smelling like that and someone else was waiting at the door. When I say that BBL really ruined my life, I even lost my boyfriend behind it. He was telling me the whole time, like, you're stinking real bad down there and I can't stomach it. I'm in denial, like, no, you're hating, you're mad, I got a BBL. It was the truth. It got to the point to where I would be washing my laundry, you know, weekly, like I've been doing before I got the BBL. When I would get my laundry out of the dryer, it would still smell like that raw eating flesh. I really was like, so this one day, me and my boyfriend, we getting ready, to do.
She said that her sit down air smelled so bad after getting a BBL that her boyfriend left her, y'all. So the girl starts out by saying that she's always heard that BBLs have a smell, but she thought that was either women not wiping themselves right or that people were just being funny, talking smack about girls who could get the surgery and they couldn't. So she said when she would notice after a while when she would sit down, a smell started coming up that was so rotten and so bad that she had to carry around air freshener and perfume to cover up the smell. And she said after a while her boyfriend couldn't take it anymore. He ended up leaving her, y'all. And she had to go back to the surgeon to get it removed to get rid of that smell. So I've always heard about people who get the fat transfer and that the fat cells die and that's that rotting smell because their body's rejecting it.
There's a lady on the internet right now talking about how she had to get her BBL removed because her sit down air smelled so fucking bad that nobody around her could tolerate it. Her boyfriend broke up with her. One of my girlfriends yesterday just asked me, she said, do you like enhancements or natural women? Natural. Sit down air. She said she had to carry around a bottle of air fresh. She said she had to carry around a bottle of air freshener because it smelled so outrageous. To all of my BBL warriors, leave it alone. Get in the gym, do some squats, Bulgarians, leg press, hack squat. BBL stench.
I had to go and rewatch the story about the creator telling us that her sit down air stunk after her BBL because I think I missed the part where she told us that everybody's BBL air stunk. Because the way that the people are commenting in the comments is really giving, if your shit stank, then your shit stank. But she came to tell us about her experience and why she got her BBL removed. A lot of you will walk around and still allow your shit to stink just because you want the effect of having a BBL. But not only is your sit down and trailing air stinky, your legs too little and your hips too big. Now, of course, she wants to delete her story time because it's getting a lot of backlash, and she says she doesn't know who to block. Regular people reporting your shit, doctors are reporting your shit, because now you're potentially messing with their money. Everyone's healing journey and recovery process is going to be different. Also, if you don't take care of yourself before surgery and after surgery, it's going to play a huge part in your recovery process. There are some women right now, clearest thing that's going to come in or out of their body is their spit. But you're expecting to be healed in 3 to 6 months. Ain't drank no water, ain't ate no fruit. So even though odor can be natural during the healing process, your body can't do what it's supposed to do if you're not doing what you're supposed to do.
The video of the woman explaining why she had to remove her BBL because she said she had sit down air that was smelling up the whole room. She said if she used the bathroom in public, she had to have air freshener on her because the smell was so wild that she didn't want anybody else to walk in there. She even lost her boyfriend because of that, because he was saying the smell was too much. He wasn't able to stomach it, basically. And I'm sitting here like, this is actually something that could happen to people who have BBLs. And there's a lot of people in the comment trying to explain to her that it might have been necrotic tissue, I believe. But she's going on to say, yeah, she had to get it removed because she could not stand the smell herself. And there are a lot of people in the comments also saying that some people end up with their BBLs smelling a certain way even for years later. I had no clue about this. I am not in close proximity of those who have BBLs, so I don't know what your experience is, but do you have experience with people like this, or do you have a BBL yourself and can say this is the thing? Or is it just a surgery gone wrong? Which one is it?
First of all, the internet don't take nothing serious. This woman came up here and was being very open about her BBL having her downstairs air stinking. The girl said her sit down wind used to stink so bad after getting her BBL that she used to have to carry around air freshener and perfume because the smell would linger. So that caused her to have a relationship end because of it, because the man was telling her like it was stinking down there. And she said at first she was in denial about it. But after, some time went, she came to terms with the fact that her downstairs air, her sit down air, was stinking. And people is making fun of this woman.
Y'all see the story time with a lady saying that she had to remove her BBL because her sit down air stinked? And that's not to be shady, no shade. But she was getting a lot of backlash from a lot of people that got BBLs, and they was just like, you probably ain't know how to wash out. That ain't had nothing to do with washing your ass. I mean, a lot of y'all wanted bigger asses that ain't know how to properly wash the ass that you got. So I mean, it could be coming from your ass and the incisions, but it's not even coming from washing your ass. That'd be just like an additional stench. It's coming from the incisions from the surgery. Everybody's body is not reactive in the same way. If you did do your research, which I hope y'all did, it stated that that's a natural healing process of like fluid discharge, inflammation. It could possibly be a bacterial infection as well. But to sit up there and just be in full-fledged denial, and me personally, I done heard niggas say that shit stink. Like the ass be nice, but the smell, you gotta think twice.
Y'all know that lady that's on here talking about how she got her BBL removed because it stinked? Let me tell y'all something, okay? Me being in the strip club, me being a dancer, you're around a lot of other girls. Some who just have horrible hygiene, and some, it be that motherfucking BBL, okay? Now, there was this girl that I used to work with or whatever, and she was so cool, bro. She was so nice. She's very pretty, cool. On the, like, if we say slim thick versus thick, she was more on the thicker side of things, right? But besides the point. Beautiful girl, okay? Did good, okay? Now, the first time I had ever danced with her, I had been smelling something. Like, I was looking around or whatever. Like, when you smell something, you're like, I know that ain't me. Like, I had smelled it to the point that I went to the dressing room, right? And, like, when I worked at Allure, they used to have these showers all the way in the back where the dressing room used to be on behind the DJ booth, right? I, like, went back there and literally was like, I went to the house mom, like, hey, Miss Rosalind, it wasn't me, okay? So, like, I didn't realize, like, who it was until I actually started to become cool with this girl, because we had went on a trip together to dance out of town one time, and every time she would go in the bathroom, use the bathroom, she would, like, of course you're supposed to shut the door when you use the bathroom, but when she came out of the bathroom, she would shut the door too, and she would be like, don't go in there. So I'm always thinking the bitch blowing it up, like, taking a shit, right? So there was one of the days that we were there, I'm doing my makeup in the bathroom, and she came and she was like, I gotta go to the bathroom, whatever. So me, like, I don't know, maybe I'm different, but if my homegirl doing her makeup in the bathroom, I'll come in and I gotta pee and that's it, I'll just pee. Like, not that big of a deal. And I was like, girl, go ahead. She was like, no. Like, yeah. So I'm like, damn, she must got a shit again, y'all. So I come out, she pees, and she comes out fast. Not like it didn't take her shit time. It took pee time. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't long enough for her to take a shit. It was a pee type of, okay, cool. So when she came back out or whatever, she shut the door or whatever. She was like, just wait a second to go in there, whatever. I'm doing my makeup, okay? We're on a time crunch. So I'm like, girl, just spray some air freshener or something. I got, like, I go grab my perfume. I go in there, I start spraying it. But then, like, I start calculating in my head. Oh, she, like, peed, and it didn't smell like shit. Like, it smelled like ass, but not ass. Like, ass and I don't know how to explain it, y'all. I really don't. But I felt really bad because I don't really think that it was ever her personal hygiene. I really think it was her BBL. Some girls, their BBLs reject, okay? And so those incision holes that are around the BBL, right? It's like the stench can come from those. Even when they're shut, as it's rejecting it, it's like it's still oozing out a smell. Holes closed and everything, healed up. it was still like ooze out like a smell, which I ended up looking this up because when this girl gave the story on how she got her BB removed, I was like, oh, maybe I can speak on it, whatever, because I remember being around somebody like this. But yeah, when y'all be wanting to do these surgeries and stuff, y'all need to do all y'all's research, okay? Because if your skin declines to anything, you don't know what could happen after that.
She said the BBL ruined everything. She said she got that BBL removed, man. She couldn't do it no more. She said everywhere she went, she had to carry a bottle of air freshener with her. She said when she did her laundry, she said every time she do her laundry, the BBL smell still beat her, man. She said the BBL smell would just linger on and on. She said when her boyfriend went down there, he told her that she had a smell. He told her BBL was stunky. She thought her boyfriend was hating on her, the fact that she got her body done and she was getting all that attention. Because that's what they get that BBL for. You can make a little bit of money at the club and you'll get a lot of attention. Oh, wow, dang, ooh, guys will be looking. That's what the BBL's been. That she said she got the BBL surgery removed because it pretty much changed her life. She's not the only person I heard say that she got her BBL removed because it has a smell. A lot of people go to the strip club and a lot of females in there got BBLs. It's no shade. Get it how you get it. You only live once and you only gonna be young once. Get your bag. But a lot of them do have a smell and they don't even realize that they have the smell. People be so blinded by how the body's looking, they're not paying attention to the scent. But that BBL smell, guys, apparently is a real thing. One lady even said the BBL, she said the experience her with the BBL, she said it smelled like broccoli. She said it smelled like broccoli that's been sitting in a pot for several days and you take the lid off of it. She said that's what the BBL smells like. But to the other young lady who made the post about how the BBL affected her life, affected her relationship, she had the BBL removed, shout out to you. I hope everything turned around for you. Those things, the BBLs do work for people, but some people, after they get it, they don't feel as comfortable with it. Some women say, oh, I don't get this for the men, I get this for myself. But you know that getting a BBL is gonna draw men's attention.
So in part one, I was telling y'all how my sit down ear was stinking real bad.
Y'all need to be real happy I'm a mature 30-year-old, because a less mature human could not handle this conversation. Without some level of laughter, it just ain't gonna happen. She go on to basically tell you that her BBL ruined her reputation because her butt wind was smelling like a dumpster. How many people are going through this and acting like they're not going through it right now? I'm not finna keep telling all these ladies, chill, you don't need a BBL. If you gonna go get it, you gonna go get it anyway. You ain't finna listen to me. Let me tell you this, the world is a very mean, nasty place. And not everybody is going to be handling this with as much tact as I'm trying to. Meaning there's some people who gonna smell that smell and they're gonna be like, ew, what is ew? So unless you ready to deal with some of that and then have to get that surgically removed, also, by the way, you completely done ruin your ass, chill out on the BBL. Chill out on the BBL.
Y'all really be so simple and delusional that it is just pitiful and it is sad. That lady literally got on here and told her story. She spoke her truth, and that's it, about how her BBL did her and how her body rejected the BBL, and how not all body types and all people react the same to the BBL procedure, and how it can give a smell if your body rejects it. And y'all come in her comment section talking about she didn't bath right and it's something wrong with her and her BBLs don't stink. She just didn't wash her ass and the C word. Y'all done lost y'all motherfucking mind. I bet you the main ones that's really sitting up here right now in her comment section, y'all the main ones that's blind to the odor that y'all probably got from the fucking BBL. And y'all probably stank like a fucking dumpster. At least she had to gain enough common sense for herself to go get the shit removed and to check herself and to know that something else was going on after people around her was telling her that it was an odor from that. Cause she could have just kept listening to other people that was telling her it wasn't, and be looking like a damn fool in public, smelling, giving off that foul odor from her pores, and not do nothing a fucking about it. It's always gonna be somebody that's not gonna be satisfied with what you say, or always gonna have an issue with what you say or your experience and try to project their experience onto you, but you gotta know what your truth is and stand in your own shit and don't dumb down or double down on none of the motherfucking shit that you say, because you know what you saying is your truth and it's what it is. And you just gotta take this shit with a grain of salt. This woman says she literally lost her boyfriend because of the stench. And y'all probably going to have these procedures thinking that y'all gonna get a man and wonder why y'all can't keep a motherfucking man. And y'all delusional and brainwashed after the fact, and y'all still got the BBL done. Wonder why you can't keep nobody and you in denial. Probably because your shit stinking. Do like the other lady said, wipe back your ass cheeks and where them incision holes is, and take your finger and go across your nose. And you tell me what the fuck you find. And if you find something that don't smell quite right, your ass is stinking. Okay? Period. And that's just what it is, boo. Ain't nobody trying to be cruel. Take some constructive criticism sometime. It can help you.